Hello, everyone. Meg here from Grasshopper Adventure Series with our pre-ride race video for the upcoming King Ridge Grasshopper out of Duncan's Mills, May 10th. This will be the grand finale of the 28th annual Grasshopper Adventure Series, and it is truly the greatest hits of the Sonoma County Grasshopper all pave slash adventure road slash gravel California certified ribbon roads. So here we go. First off, a reminder that you have received a rider's packet with all of the following information below. The point of this video is to go over course safety, segments, start time, feed zone, and all the essential information in relating to that. And you can find in the rider packet everything else that you need to know. First and foremost, the King Ridge long course, which is a big day. This came to me in a dream. Truly, it did. Actually, no, it's more like 4 o'clock in the morning, waking up in September, thinking about how we would bring something back to Sonoma County in an epic and yet safe fashion. So with that, we will have 3 segments that we will go over in detail. This will eliminate us racing on any of the California state highways, as well as being in large groups or riding in large groups on roads that really it's not safe for that. So please download this course and have this available for you. And we will have the course lightly marked out there. But again, please download and have this on your device. So those doing the long course will roll out from Duncan's Mills, getting to mile about 17 for segment 1 on Joy Road. We have 2 aid stations, one at the top of Ritchie Ranch up there. Thank you, Tom Ritchie and Martha. And then one up at the intersection of Hauser Bridge, Tin Barn, and King Ridge. You should have received an email if you're riding the short course. We pivoted so that the riders can indeed do King Ridge and be on the course with everybody for almost all of the day. So it will be 58 miles, 6,300 feet. As always, there is no easy grasshopper. So kudos for you who have signed up for this. And I hope you enjoy the day out there. So that means your segment 1 will be long course segment 2. Your segment 2 will be long course segment 3. You can see from this screenshot of Ride with GPS the 3 segments in blue for the long course: Joy to Coleman Valley, Myers Grade, Cruise down Hauser, up Hauser to the intersection of Tin Barn. So on this, you will see my caution signs. As we know, safety is the number 1 priority. Second is fun. Really, they go hand in hand, right? Because if you're not being safe out there, then you're not having fun, right? So please keep in mind, here are the key spots to watch out. Spot number 1, after the intersection of Coleman Valley and Joy, descending down into Coleman Valley. It's spicy and bumpy with some big ripples in the pavement. Part 2, after the time segment, dropping down into Highway 1, ripping fast, amazing, really, really sharp corners. Stay in your lane. Spot 3, the most dangerous, the most treacherous, the most, awesome and fun descent as well, is dropping down Fort Ross to the coast. If you've been doing the Grasshoppers for 10, 20, maybe 28 years, we have never gone down Fort Ross Road. It's one of my favorite descents, but it's also perhaps the most dangerous descent, the most challenging in Sonoma County. There will be caution signs on these, but you must be careful. Fort Ross Road is a continuation starting from Cazadero up Old Fort Ross to here and to the former Russian settlement in Fort Ross. It was built for horses and wagons, and they slapped down some pavement winding through the redwoods to the coast. So please be exceptionally careful. The next spot to be really careful is after you climb up Cruise Rhododendron and you're descending down Hauser Bridge. We have some photos for you. Maybe you saw I was out there blowing and brooming. There's fresh asphalt on some corners. and you need to proceed with caution at all of those corners, right? So there will be some caution signs, but all the corners on here, you need to proceed with caution. You cross Squalala River down there, you climb up to the feed zone where our race will officially end. And then we get to roll non-timed along King Ridge. This King Ridge descending back into Cazadero is particularly challenging, again, for the rough pavement, the loose asphalt on top of it, and the sharp corners. As I always give you the information on our pre-talk that we're not going to be rolling out in a group this time. There aren't very many cars out there, but you should descend as if when you see a car, it will be a Ford F-350 pulling a tractor or pulling cattle, because when you do see a vehicle, it will be people who live out there and work out there. So please ride responsibly and safely. Look after each other. Don't make the local fire departments have to respond to a call. All right, so that's my caution talk that normally I give to the start at the start, but we will not be rolling out in mass. So please study those sections. Make a note on your top tube if you need to, and be careful. When you are rolling out early in the day and on Highway 1, do not cross the yellow line. In fact, ride single file or two abreast whenever possible. That's people on the short course and people on the long course. Again, roads are open. You must follow the rules of the road. Time segment 1, long course only. So here we have the timing. It will be 10.8 miles with 1,700 feet of climbing. Plenty spicy. Okay, so this is the time that we roll from Joy Road. 9 a.m. will be our start, followed by 9:10 with all women and 9 binary. A nice gap to the next age group men, 9:25, 9:35, and then the segment closes at 9:50. We ask that you start in the assigned group within this timing window. Later, you can regroup with folks up at the top of Coleman Valley or down at the coast, and you can ride the rest of the day with whomever you wish and start whenever you would like. The start of this segment is marked on this image you can see right here. Please plan to arrive at the start of the segment when your age group's about to start. Do not hang out in the road waiting for your segment to start. If you arrive early, please just stay along the side of Joy Road and don't bunch up around the mat for two things. It can read your timing chip and also will make it dangerous as cars are coming down Joy Road. About halfway into the segment, the intersection of Joy Road crosses Coleman Valley. The rules of the road apply. We will have 2 CHPs to help make sure that it is safe for you and safe for the drivers. If everyone follows the rules of the road, there will be no advantage to doing something dangerous here. So that means coming up to this stop sign, intending to stop, looking left, looking right before you proceed. Do not cut this corner as you're rolling left. The CH will be there, and when and if they are able to, they will stop traffic and let you slowly roll through this corner where you continue with the timed segment. Follow the CHP's direction. Riders who violate this will immediately be disqualified. Time 1 segment finishes just before you crest this little top here and descend down to the coast. Once you get there, just keep rolling. If you need to stop and take a photo, go ahead and drop over, but don't hang out near the finish line or in the road. Long course. Okay, so from there you have a nice pedal along Highway 1 up Russian Gulch to the intersection of Myers Grade. This segment is one I remember, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago when we first did King Ridge in this direction. People said that I was going the wrong way. I love that. I knew we had a keeper if people felt that going a particular way on a course was the wrong way. What they mean is that not many people know how long it takes them to go up this climb. Maybe they haven't done it before. Maybe they've done it once. So you're welcome. So we'll roll at any time that you get there. Just as you turn into Myers Grade, those a little pull out, you'll cross your timing mat and you'll immediately start the climb up Myers Grade. And it will finish just past Fort Ross at Ritchie Ranch. As you see, you pass Fort Ross here, and a little bit past here is a field with the timing mat and then the feed zone. So we'll have some snacks over there. Thank you to all volunteers who are helping out with that. We have a hard 1 p.m. cutoff, which is very generous. Should you not arrive by that time, the marshals will take your timing chip off of your fork, and then you'll return via Fort Ross and be the first one back for beer and pizza. Following this, the riders will continue and then drop down Fort Ross Road. As we mentioned, that is the descent that is particularly challenging, so proceed with caution. Okay. Again, what's super cool about this event, in my opinion, is that you get to pin it and then you get to stop and gather with your friends. And the time in between the rides is spectacular. We do, however, really need riders to keep moving so that if you spend some time at the feed zone, don't spend too long. If you stop, take pictures, not for too long. This is a long day, even if you never did stop. We need to make sure that we can get to the podium and the after party. So, stage 3, segment 3, after rolling north on Highway 1, you get to Cruce Ranch, Cruce Rhododendron Road, and you turn right. It kicks uphill, and then there'll be a flat area where we will start our last segment of the day. It's 7 miles with 1,700 feet of climbing. This segment does have some rolling and descending down Hauser Bridge. It's a relatively gradual rolling gravel road that's in good condition, better condition than much of the pavement, up until the last quarter mile, which kicks up towards a 15% before you hit Seaview. You'll turn left at Seaview, pass Rotnaling, and then begin your descent down Hauser. Again, caution, caution, caution. You see how sharp these corners are, and there's fresh laid pavement on that. Segment 3 is segment 3 for the long course, and it's segment 2 for the short course. Absolutely beautiful road. Again, this is an open county road, so please stay to one side, watch for traffic. It is rhododendron blooming season, so I hope you guys get a good view of the roadies, but also keep in mind that there will be tourists out there going for a stroll, checking out the flowers. As we mentioned, here's a couple shots. This one on the left in particular, this is an example of what you're going to encounter descending Fort Ross Road, descending Hauser Bridge Road, descending King Ridge Road. So you take this pavement here is at the right, you sprinkle some asphalt on it, you drive away, you call it good. There's a couple corners that I did clean up, but we did not clean up every corner. So proceed with mucho cuidado. At the top of Hauser Bridge, intersection of Tin Bar, and this is the grand finale of the 5th round of the Grasshopper. The climb peaks at close to 25%. So you guys are going to be cooked at the top of this one. After you roll through, come on into the feed zone, pass out for a little while, where a volunteer will be taking the chip off of your fork. You can grab your own chips and something to drink and eat before gathering with your friends and proceeding on King Ridge. So that's it in terms of the time section. So what I love about this is as well, we'll be up here with our Starlink. We'll blast the results back to the finish in Duncan's Mills, and you can, at a social pace, enjoy King Ridge, truly one of the most glorious roads in Northern California, and perhaps in all the world. It certainly is going to be a spectacular day outdoors, and we hope that you guys have a safe return back to the venue. Okay, don't let your guard down. This descent along King Ridge, and there are some climbs. It is super duper spicy. So proceed with caution. Look out for each other. Should anybody be in need during the day, don't forget we have our course marshals. The EMTs will be posted at Highway 1 at Coleman Valley, at the bottom of Fort Ross, on Hauser, and then again, they'll be rotating over to King Ridge, okay? So look out for each other, and we'll look out for you as well. When you return to Duncan's Mills again, you'll roll King Ridge around, 24 miles, it says. It's quite a ways to get back there. Another example, this doesn't really do the justice for this nearly 180-degree turn on to King Ridge Road. So be careful on this. Watch for oncoming traffic. Spectacular views out there. The one on the left is coming over the crest, descending down before you drop into the elevator shaft. That is Fort Ross. And the right is that little gentle climb coming out of Hauser Bridge. Just a gentle 18 to 25%. But it is spectacular. The course markings you're looking for, wrong way, caution. The general arrow is yellow with black. There may at times be all routes representing short route and long. Primarily we'll be using the yellow with the black arrow, as we'll all mostly be on the same course. Thanks again to the course marshals presented by Sportful. They're there to lend you a hand and keep you safe. Please listen to them, follow their guidance and instruction. And if you need anything, make sure to let them know. And a huge thanks to our sponsors, without whom this would be oh so difficult to make happen. And hopefully those that are there at the after party, you can stop by and say hi and thank you. So again, that's the pre-race, pre-ride video. So hope this is informative for you guys. Don't forget to download the course, know where you're going, refer back to the rider packet for your start times and the segments and all the essential information in terms of rider packet pickup, etc. So we'll see you on Saturday. And until then, rubber side down. Mig, signing off.